Welcome back to the channel, folks, and to a belated Happy New Year from a cold, chilly Scotland. How does 2026 look as though it's going to shape up in your Flames of War world, folks? Is it just going to be dynamic points, maybe changing things up for you in your late war games? Or are you going to go all in for early war? If you are looking to get some early war pre-orders and you want to support the channel, then check out our affiliate link in the description below to Overlord Games. They've got great prices, great service. We at the channel use them all the time, so we're recommending them from experience. But back to tonight's game, and we're playing late war, dynamic points. Brian using, I think it's a Polish, British force. It's a very interesting Sherman force, and I'm going to be using D-Day German, which isn't something that you see very often. You know, everybody wants to max out on their Panzerfaust and they want those cheap front armour 10 Panthers. Well, I'm just going to try a little bit something different. So let's go over, take a look at the lists, at the mission, and get into the game. Right, Brian, you've brought us something a little bit different today. What have you got?
Yeah, so I've gone from the Bulge book. It's the Guards, the Sherman Guards Armoured Company. So it's got a HQ of 2 Shermans and then 2 platoons. The first platoon has got 2 Shermans and a Firefly, and the second platoon's got 2 Fireflies and 2 Shermans. With that though, I've given them the Black Devils card. So the Black Devils card basically makes the unit fearless, and also gives me the option, which I've taken, to upgrade each of the 75mm to 76mm Sherman tanks with front armour 7. So front armour 7, 76mm and 3 Fireflies. Fearless.
So that, folks, remember that's like the American Sherman. Doesn't have stabilizers. It still has the no HE rule.
Yeah, so against guns I might struggle in the gun lines, but you know, I'm thinking I've got other things that can maybe take care of guns moving forward.
But as an anti-tank force, you've got anti-tank 14 and anti-tank 12, plus some front armour 7, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, it's good. Anti-tank 15 actually, if it's the Bulge book.
Oh, 15.
15 for the Fireflies.
Now, is that your entire formation?
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's a bit of a fragile egg, because I could have taken some recce in there in the form of Stuarts, but I didn't have enough points. Some recce's actually in the form of some recce Daimler-cars and dingos.
Right. So I support as Daimlers.
Sextons with an OP. And an armoured Kangaroo rifle platoon.
Yep.
And I don't go anywhere without my Crocs.
I was going to say that. It wouldn't be a British list for Brian if it didn't have Crocs in it.
So yeah, a bit fragile in the middle here, but hopefully, you know, this bearing down here, you're going to maybe concentrate on some of this. And obviously my artillery moving in as well. So let's see how fragile that is. That's why I wanted to make them fearless as well.
Now, with them being fearless, they might be smaller, but if they're having to do remounts and last stands and so on, every chance will stick around.
Stick around. That's the cunning plan.
Yeah.
See if it works.
Yeah, our cunning plans always work. So let's go over now, have a look at my cunning plan and see what kind of list Brian will be up against. So here is my massive list for tonight. To be honest, what Brian's brought is probably more well suited against tanks. I mean, he's got so much no HE and such likes in his list that he might have difficulty shooting up my anti-tank guns and my infantry, but he should do well against the various vehicles that are there. So I have got a Panzer Grenadier list from D-Day. Each platoon is just standard sized with 1 Panzerfaust. You can add up to 3 Panzer Shreks, but oh my goodness, that's an expensive platoon. So I've just got the 2 platoons there in the HQ without a Panzerfaust on HQ. Couldn't find the points. And then still part of the formation, we've got 4 Pak 40s and we've got 4 Stumos. That's the formation. It's not very big, but it's careful, confident veterans, so hopefully it won't be easy to hit. And then in support, first of all, I've got 3 Wesps and no observer for them, because the way this worked out, taking an observer and taking what I wanted in the way of tank support, it just wasn't going to work. I'd have to reduce the size of the Pak 40s to 3 guns, and I don't like a 3-gun Pack 40 platoon. It's really got to be a 4-gun. If you can take it, you take that. So the big elephant in the room isn't an elephant, it's a panther. I've got a platoon of 5 panthers, 46 points after the changes to dynamic points. That's still a hell of a lot of points, but it's 5 panthers. That could be, well, first of all, it's a 1 dice reserve, and it could be a really hard hitting and survivable unit. You know, unless it's coming up against blue on blue and it's up against King Tigers, it can take out most things it's coming up against. It can even take out the crocodiles that will be up against in this game. Now, I could have taken 4 instead of 5, and that would have freed up 9 points that I could then have put into the core formation, like got an observer, got a few other things, but then that would drop them down to 36 points, which means something would have to go into reserve, so that would mean I'd have to choose a certain thing that's going to go into reserve. It's like, what's the point? Just play 5 panthers and see how they go. Today's mission is hold the pocket. Special rules for this are ambush, minefields and deep immediate reserves, all of that for the defender. As you can see, the deployment zones are really quite simple, though that belies the complexity of the challenges in this. For instance, the defender is going to be limited to either side of the table and therefore limited to what terrain they're going to defend. So it's going to make things like popping an ambush or hiding your artillery very difficult. You're in a real fishbowl. But you're also a very compact defensive position, so if you can get some half decent terrain and prepare to take the pain for your ambush and your artillery, then you're going to be able to have mutually supporting objectives within that. If you're defending with a very large force, perhaps like a horde of Soviet infantry, you might also find it hard to deploy your forces in a meaningful way. You might just have them actually rammed in, which is good to an extent because it's really compact, but also makes them very vulnerable, for instance, to artillery. The compact nature of the deployment zone for the defender is the biggest challenge for the attacker. Otherwise, they have got some real advantages. The defender's really in a fishbowl here. You know, you can get to them from both sides, either bombarding line of sight or direct fire line of sight. You can pick and choose what side you're going to come in from. You could even come in from the front as well if you're going to use a spearhead move. So there's a lot going on for the attacker in terms of their options, but it's going to be quite a hard nut to tackle depending on the terrain and the makeup of the defensive force. Right folks, we've deployed. I've chosen this area here to defend because it's got the town, it's got a bit of a wood in either side of it, you know, so there's some line of sight blocking terrain. Doesn't have a hill in it, which would be nice, but that wasn't really going to happen in this game. Now you can see, Brian, you've put an objective here and here.
Put one in the back corner just to try and space them out. I done the rookie mistake here. I seen a nice road turn up and thought I'd put one in the road, and suddenly realised I was quite close to your building, so you can now conveniently sit inside those buildings and contest that objective. But hey ho, it makes for a big fight when we get in there.
Right, and then I've placed, as you can see, I put a minefield there just to stop anything coming through that way. The rest of the town is fairly congested, shall we say, and then minefields over here to stop a move against that. I've got an infantry platoon with a couple in there, one in there. There's a rearranged marker on that house. One base is in there. My HQ is here with one of them in that house as well for observation purposes. And then I've got another platoon over here. I've got my Stummels there, 2 facing each direction, and then like that. This is like death to artillery, this mission. Put them between houses, but as you'll see from Brian's deployment, that's not necessarily going to help. So Brian, where do you want to start?
So I'll just start across this side, work my way across. I put my artillery, the sections behind the building here. I've carefully placed them so that actually each of their sides can actually see an objective, so they can spot for themselves if required. But then I put the observer on the opposite table corner, so I've got full line of sight of all your objectives and all your buildings and tanks. So that was the cunning plan. I then used my scout move to bring my recce up to this point here, and then I've deployed within 6 inches my crocs just to give them a bit of advantage start on this side of the table. So basically quite light here, the crocs moving up and to attack that area.
They're not quite in that position, folks. We just don't want them to get swept off the table on the way past.
They're quite long. And everything else I've deployed on the other side of the table. So I've got my HQ and my 2 platoons supported by the rams, and basically I'm going to try and use the cover to get in and work my way around to this objective.
So I've got an ambush, 4x40s, and then of course there's my reserves of the Panthers. So we'll tidy up the tabletop, folks, and come back for the start of the game. Turn 1. British turn 1 movement. We see the crocs and armoured cars moving out of the spearhead position. They're moving quite slowly because crocs do that, and Brian wants to use his main guns this turn. Otherwise he could have dashed a bit closer to get flamers in, perhaps maybe a turn earlier. Over on the left, Brian is moving his HQ into a position to get shots on the wesps that are down just under where the square in the town is there. And then the rest of his force is going to use the terrain to get out of line of sight and therefore be able to swing around to support the attack of the crocodiles on the front objective.
So British turn 1 shooting, I'm going to have a go with my tank platoon through the trees at your wesps.
So the wesps are here, folks. There's no concealment, so just be long range, so looking for 5s. You don't have to worry about different weapons here because your tank is a lot against.
Right, I'll just throw that.
Nothing meaningful.
So needing 5s.
Yeah.
And nothing. I've got 5 between all the dice.
So you've got your HQs back up there. Just
have a go again. So they'll be hitting you on 5s again.
They'll be on maybe even less than that.
Less than short range. I could have made them short range if I'd done a little bit more.
They're short range.
So we've got 2 hits, 2 4s.
Right, 2 5-powers.
2 5-powers. A 4 and a 1.
Dead in the veil. What else?
So it's going to have to be the crocs in, main guns at your dug-in infantry here.
Alright, so the crocodiles moving up from the hill. So you'll be looking for 60s, I reckon, because I think that's short range.
Yeah.
I reckon they're all short range, or that one or that one. I think you're fine.
Yes. So 5s, did you say?
60s?
60s. No. Dug-in going to the ground. Careful infantry. Nightmare.
It's not the main guns.
And I shoot these then as well?
Right, check them for range. They might be long. And they'll be restricted.
It's got him, yes. Long range. So 7s in.
Right, you'll just be using your main guns then?
Yeah. So just 1 each, 7s. Nope. Because these have got machine guns only. Let's just double check we don't have a rate of fire more. Moving rate of fire actually is 1, yes. So that's it.
So your artillery.
Artillery. So
go for here.
Going to go for there.
Right, so roll a dice for the infantryman and then a dice for the second in command.
Infantry, 5. Second in command, a 2.
Right, so the infantry's hit. Now this is a repeat bombardment. It's 3 range down, so he's saved.
Right. And there was some down underneath the other building, was there?
You're only ranged in there.
Ranged in there, I wasn't clicking the other building, right, okay.
No, because you're like, there's a guy in here.
Bit at the far end, right. Okay, so pins, let's see if you get out of that. So not a great deal of shooting. I managed to kill 1 artillery. Right,
so in my turn then, I've got to try and unpin this platoon and my HQ's within 6 of the... So they do. They've unpinned for... I'm not going anywhere. And then I have to decide on ambushes before I start rolling for reserves.
You get 1 back in.
Got a remount.
You get back in.
He gets back in. Just going to have to run away. This isn't what we signed up for. Right, I'm going to have to figure out where I can actually fit an ambush in. I'm going to pop it because I don't think I'm going to get the chance to actually pop it against your tanks. And I can always deploy them and then turn them if they survive against your tanks. Right, so the ambush is going to go down here, so I've got 1 dice for reserves.
Oh no!
Here come the
Oh
Panthers.
no! 5 Panthers straight away.
It's going to be...
Well, at least everything's on the table now, we can have a bit of fun.
German turn 1 movement starts with the deployment of the ambush. It's gone down my right hand side. You'll see it better once the shooting starts. Apologies I didn't turn the camera around a bit there. I failed a blitz with the Stummels, but I'm still going to be moving them around even though they've not got a shot, because I want them to hold that flank and protect my reserves as they arrive. You know, they could have a weak and open flank with a side armour. The Wesps, they are going to just dash out of the danger zone, so there's not going to be any artillery this turn, maybe not next turn either. They're really in a fishbowl and just trying to stay alive. The Panthers are going to stay back just now because they don't have any real targets to go for, and use range and cover to make themselves more survivable. So German turn 1 shooting. We're starting with 3 Pack 40s at your 610s. They can see 2. We could do all kind of complicated rolling with it, but I'm not going to get that many hits. So 3 there, and then one of them is going to be shooting at Sherman, sticking past the... And believe it or not, I've actually got you in the open.
In there?
Yeah.
Damn.
Right. Still the long range though. Right, so I get no hits on the Sextons, but 2 hits on the one tank that I can see.
Now I'm going to try and bounce it.
I can't see.
No, you can't see
that.
that.
Can I? No, you're within 2 inches. See, 2 inches of that edge isn't it going to do it, if you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just got to go on him.
Let's see. Because 2 inches doesn't take you past in a straight line from him. So 7 against 12.
2 6s. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys.
Oh well.
Unbelievable.
Right. I've got 2 Panthers. We can see 1 of your Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then
4, 5, 6.
1 you can see a Sexton, and 2 you can see a Daimler. So 6s against the Crocs. Nope. 5s against the Daimler because he's up a hill. So 1 hit on the Daimler. So you can try mistaking target on the dingo.
Oops. 2, nope, doesn't.
Okay, that's going to be quite tricky. Well, 5 power, he's a goner. I've killed a Daimler at least. You know, this thing's a total nightmare. It's like I've got these gooseneck things.
That's it.
Because I thought they'd be really flexible and such like.
And they're not.
See, this thing here is quite handy.
Oh, yeah.
You can figure it out.
I'll just turn up here.
Settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
so one is gone.
Dingo's gone. And then 1 Panther against the Sexton. Oh, it's a hit.
You say it was the Daimler or the
Daimler.
Daimler.
Yeah, because you failed your mistake.
And one of these guys hit as well?
Yeah, it's got to be, let me think. Which one do I want to go for? Go for that one there.
Yeah. It'll be straight to firepower, won't it?
Yeah. Here's a corner. There's no mistaking target option because I couldn't see the one that was within 6. Turn 2. So over to you for your turn 2.
Turn 2. So
You've not got any motivation.
no motivations to do. nothing to come on the table, so it's just all moving.
British turned to movement, and Brian has started to concentrate his forces in front of that objective outside the square there. The Crocs have moved up. The smaller Sherman platoon is moved up beside them to give supporting fire. Everything else is going to budge along that tree line, with the exception of the HQ. They're going out to take on the Stummels. And then the armour cars are on the hill, you can see there at the top right. They're going to bring themselves down into a position where they can shoot at the anti-tank guns.
Right, I'm going to try and shift my artillery.
Okay, so this is British turn to shooting.
Turn to shooting.
Artillery, I think, is going to try and clobber anti-tank guns and as many infantry as they can bag with it.
Correct.
Right, so you've got line of sight. You're going to have to use this one here now.
Yep.
Right, but you can see like that. So you could, for instance, put it down here
And try and get 3 guns.
and 3 infantry.
Right, let's go for that. 6, first attempt.
Right, so the guns will be hit on, well, they'll all be hit on force. Right, but roll these all separately because it could be important for where I then have line of sight. So first one.
First one in the middle. 2, no.
Next one.
5, yep.
Next one.
A 5.
Right, and then infantry.
So that infantry guy is a 3.
Next one.
Is a 1.
And next one.
Is a 1.
Right, okay, so
Very
first
good.
gun is a fail. Second gun is a save. So 5 power on that one.
3.
No.
No, because it's a sexton.
So they're pinned.
This guy's going to have to take a shot with his main gun.
Right, so you've got a 1 main gun and 1 AMG, right? So the main gun is going to need a 5.
Which gets a 6. There's
And
one
then
hit.
3 dice for MGs from the wee dingo.
If I need in a 5, I've got 1 hit.
1 hit. Right, so main gun and then...
Main gun is the 2. No.
No, you're not applied your hits yet. So main gun and where's the MG going? Just can't be him because he's too far away.
Can I put it on the same
That
gun?
one? No. That one or that one?
That one then.
Right, okay, so let me see. What will I do? I'll try a mistake target. I'll try a mistake target with the main gun. 6, right? And I'm going to... Well, first of all, that'll be the MG to put it here.
Right.
Then the main gun, yes. Because I couldn't put it, I was too far away. Right, so that's...
MG
MG
and that, and the main gun and that.
both saved. Right, they're already pinned though. Right, so the rest of your shooting, you've got...
Well, I've got these 3 tanks here.
Right, one of them is in flame range. You
Yeah.
could flame him.
And the other 2 can just shoot down here.
Shoot it. The anti-tankers, you could use 2 main gun dice or 6 NG dice.
I can use the main gun dice. Which I've dug in, gone to the ground.
Well, they're dug in, yeah.
And machine guns are never going to kill a gun, I don't think. So let's have a look first of all at the Crocs. So if I'm using the flamer, I have got 6 shots at 6 inches.
Right, so looking for 6s. Yes, that poor guy there.
Nothing.
Right, and then 2 dice. Targeting this one, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
with your main guns.
A 6 and a 1.
That's 1 hit. I'll try mistaking target. Don't. So he's got to make a save, then he does.
These 2 chaps are going to go for...
Right, bear in mind that they're not short 75s, they're
Yeah.
anti-tank 12 75s. You can
Oh, in
up
fact,
that
they can have that, can't they?
very much so, yeah. So you
Yeah.
would just fire the whole lot.
Just fire the whole lot. So I need to do them separate because he's anti-tank.
Yeah. 2 1 and 1 another.
So the darker green's the Firefly.
Right, 6s.
Oh, 2 5 and a 1.
Right.
Cross here then.
Okay, so
All that shooting, nothing's dying.
2 shots looking for 5s.
1 hit.
Right, 5 power.
A 3.
Going up. I'll just take on for the first one, eh? Right, so he's a goner.
So artillery shot, he's shot, they've shot, they've shot, they've shot. These guys can machine gun.
Yeah, you'd be able to fire one.
In fact, do I want to, because then you can see back.
I reckon I'll be shooting Shermans.
So I'll take 3 dice. Is it 3 or 5?
I think it'll be 3. It's got the 1 MG. So this is the kangaroos behind the church. Going for this guy again.
1, 5 and 4.
Right, over to me.
Yes, annoyingly.
Right, lots of motivations. I have one actually. I've got one motivation. Right, one motivation.
One, yeah.
HQ is there to help out in the armpit. German turn 2 movement, starting with the Pack 40s. I don't want to be using them against the Sextons unless I absolutely have to. I put them down where I did, knowing that they could turn to face any attack on the objective, so that's what I'm doing there. A couple are repositioning. One is going to stay and fire at the Sextons. The Stumos pass a blitz and move out to take on the Sherman HQ. It's asking a lot of these little half-tracks to take on front armour 7 Shermans, but you know, that's what they're there for in this deployment, to try and hold that flank. Movement, so shooting. So one Pack 40 going for one Sexton, and the rest are going for your Shermans. I can't do the other ones. So against the Sextons, no. And then it'll be like 2 short range, 2 long. So short range of the red. 1 hit. I'll stick it on a firefly. You can try and mistake target.
I'll try and mistake target. 3.
Yep, so it goes on a front armour 7, 76, and 7 against.
And was that the long or the short range?
That was the short.
6.
Well, let me think. I've got one Panther who can only see Churchills. So he'll go for a Churchill. He moved. The other ones I'm going to try and kill your Shermans. Right.
4, 5, 6.
And then 1 against a croc. Oh my goodness, right, 3 hits out of all that.
Oh damn.
So 2 on your Shermans. I want to get 1 on to the Firefly so we can try and stay in target.
Which it doesn't. So 1's on the Firefly, 1's on the normal. And you said you hit a croc as well?
Yeah. I'll go for that one there.
I'll just keep it as it is.
Right, so there's no saves on the Shermans.
7, 8.
Oh no, 14. No, I know they do get. Oh my goodness. Sherman's getting a save against Panthers, folks.
Doesn't do anything though.
And then the next one is on the Firefly. That won't get a save then, because that'll be 6 going up to 7. Right, so on the Firefly, he's dead. On the other one, he's bailed.
Dead and bailed.
Oh no. And then that, I'm not going to say it, but there's only one bad outcome for you. 6. It's fine. Right. And then that leaves these guys going for your HQ, so they're all at short range and you passed their blitz. Well done, guys. You still can see I was looking for 5, so get 1 hit each. So you'll be 7 against 9, because you upgraded them as well.
5 and 6.
They're fine. So they're quite tough. And then that leaves a question in my mind, do I Faust? But I don't think I will fire a Faust. Turn 3. Right, that's my turn 2, so on to your turn 3, Brian. So you've got
motivation to here.
A remake. The
5, yeah.
Sherman, he gets back in, so they're okay for good spirits. And then I think it's just straight into movement. British turn 3 movement, and Brian has now started to concentrate his attack on that quite exposed front objective. That was his plan for swinging around as he did with the spearhead move, and then coming around behind the train. So far he's getting everything where he wants them, and everything apart from the HQ is going to swing around into that space.
British turn 3.
Right.
Shooting.
1, 2, 3.
Right. First one nears me. A 6. Middle one, a 3, and a 5.
Right, and then infantry.
Infantry is a 6.
Next one
is a 5.
and next one
is a 2.
Right, so first gun, he's okay.
Would be.
Second gun, he's not.
A 5.
So he's a goner. Then first infantry, he's okay. And then next infantry, he's not okay.
A 6.
Next.
So 2 main guns.
Right, so the armour cars shooting at the anti-tank gun. 2 main guns and then 3 NGs.
3 machine guns. So the darker greens are the machine guns. And the 2 bigger ones are the main guns. You're going for the anti-tank again. So I'm needing
5s.
I've got 2 machine guns and 1 main gun.
Right, so hold on a second.
What can I see?
Right, so you could do main gun and 2 machine guns.
Probably. If I want to try and get rid of, yeah, because I can maybe flame him.
Right.
Probably want to hit him.
Which one do you want the main gun to be
Main
on?
gun and him.
Right, I'll try and mistake target. And I'll stick it on that one there. And then it'll be MGs.
Right, okay.
Right, so save against the main gun. First one, second one saved for the MGs.
Right. 2 Shermans. 4 shots at you.
Right, so the 76mm Shermans there are going for my Panthers that are down here.
A 5, 4, 3, 3.
6 is needed.
6 is needed because of the range. Not good.
Yeah, I'm the same back again though. So.
4 shots across at the other end.
Right, I'm going to clobber the poor stimulus.
Hopefully 5s.
5, yeah.
3 hits.
3 5-powers.
2 hits.
There's 1
2
still
dead.
alive.
2 dead and 1 bailed. This guy here who moved is going to take a shot at you.
Right, so 1 Sherman going for an attack gun.
A 4?
Nope.
Nope. Because they've shot, but it's short range 5 than needed.
They're concealed eye. Dug in.
Do you not shoot at me? Is that the leftist concealment?
No, that list got on the ground.
No, I can see it right. So that's that shot. These guys can't because they're blocking line of sight, but these guys can shoot into the building.
You can shoot 1 guy up top. So you're better to use your MGs with them. And if you want, but mind you, he's got no HE either.
Yeah, I may as well shoot main guns.
Right, so you're looking for 6s, and you'll have 10 dice. If you use main guns. You need 7s with main guns.
And 6s with machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's what machine guns are, yeah.
Right, 10 dice.
So the first 5. 1 hit. And the second. 1 hit.
3 and a 5, so it's okay.
So they've shot. These guys can shoot.
Uh-huh.
And shoot into the infantry.
Right, which guy are you targeting?
I could probably target this guy here.
What?
No, I don't want to because that's the one I want to assault. I want to go at the back.
Target in there and then the shots can spread out.
Yeah.
So 9 dice, looking for 6s.
Too many 6s required in this game. And I've got none. No hits.
You might save your 6s for these guys though. Right, so you got one of these is going to go for an attack gun and the other is going to go for a platoon. Bear in mind, if you do kill him, you can still assault that building actually.
So, anti-tank gun. That 5.
Use a 5.
These are 5.
Yeah, one. They're fired. So we've got to make. I think I went right under that side. Landed up.
You can find that later on.
He rolled a 6 and a 2. She's a goner.
He's a goner. And then 6 shots going the other way.
It'll be. Is it 12? Is it 6 each?
Oh, it's 6 each. It's 12 in total.
So do him first, because just because of what's available.
5s again or 4s?
6s.
6s because you never. So nothing there.
Right, the next one then.
1.
Right, who do you want to put it on?
Him.
Right. He's saved, but that gets you a pin in the platoon, which will help you if you do decide to put in an assault there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
To summarise the assault, Brian went into the front-facing side of the building from his point of view to minimise defensive fire. I had 4 dice, got 3 hits, Brian failed 1 save, he hit me 3 times in assault, killed 1, and then even with a reroll I broke off. So Brian was able to consolidate into that building and get himself on the objective within contestant distance straight away, and it really put the cat amongst the pigeons for my defence. Over to me.
Yes.
So I've got lots of motivations. First of all, I've got a wee Stumol that needs to get back in, and he doesn't. After his last stand, he stays. Then I've got unpin a wee infantry platoon, and they do. I've got a reroll for that. And then unpin pack 40s, and they do because they've got a reroll too. And in this platoon here, with a reroll, yep. So everybody.
Do your Stumol stay?
Yeah, but he's not going back in.
I thought they're fearless.
No, Germans have a 3-up. Most Germans have a 3-up last stand.
Oh, it's the last stand you're rolling off, isn't it?
It's the, what do we call
the Reich, Third Reich.
Yep.
Yikes.
German turn 3 movement is starting with the Panthers, and they can get themselves, most of them anyway, can get themselves within short range of the crocodiles. It makes me vulnerable to fire coming back in from fireflies, but I really have to get those crocodiles, and at long range they need 6s to hit them, and then I can only destroy them if they roll a 1, because their front armour will go up to 12. So you've got to take that risk. As a German player, you can't just sit back and use your range and let the objective cope by itself. That's an error I see with many German players, and the objective ends up getting overwhelmed. Elsewhere, I am bringing as much infantry over from the back objective as I can this turn. I'll keep moving them in because Brian hasn't put any pressure on that objective, and certainly at the moment I've got my Panthers on it, so my left flank, if it opens up beside the Stummels, I've still got cover there. I can move out and hold the front objective because it's looking a bit scary. So German turn 3 shooting is going to have 4 Panthers at short range against he's going to go wait like that, right? 4 Panthers at short range, 1 in the open, right, against your crocs. Oh my goodness, 3 hits.
3 hits in the crocs.
Yeah. Now your front armor's still 11. Oh sorry, and I've also got 1 which is firing at your Shermans. Misses. Right, so just do like 1, 2, 3.
So front armor 11
is 14.
11, 14, that's a potential
Bail.
Potential kill. And potential kill.
Right, so bail, kill, kill. Bail, kill, kill. The bail's fine, but there's 2 kills.
Yeah. There's so much fire flame coming your way next. I mean, that's woman. That's crocs, man. They should be surviving.
See, I made a decision to come at a short range. Even at the reduced rate of fire, but they were easier to hit. And if you have a crap turn of dice like that, it's going to hurt. Right, I've got these firing at your Shermans. One of them is in short range with 1 dice. Others long. That's not going to do anything. and then my infantry, the ones that moved, might as well shoot at your infantry in here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 6. I get 3 hits, so 1 each on the guys in the building.
I'll just roll 3 saves. Oh, 3 potentials.
I get 1.
1 is dead.
Oh, I'm artillery. Right. Turn 4. Your turn 4, Brian.
So I've got a motivation to do, and that's it.
Yep, so last stand when your HQ's over there, so.
3. That ain't going to do it. Not even for the croc. I don't think the croc's anything special. No, remount 3, but confident 4. So he does a.
So he legs it.
He legs it. That's annoying because he had a great target set to start killing you with.
That's it for motivation, so on to movement. British turn 4 movement. Brian is going to get as much infantry into that house from the kangaroos as possible so he can consider future assaults. The kangaroos themselves are going to move around onto the square so they can keep putting MG fire in and not block the Shermans who are going to move up to take on the Panthers. So you can see the Shermans are getting up with the Fireflies into short range against those Panthers, so they've got a real chance of getting some revenge for the crocodiles, and then the HQ is going to keep moving around the flank to take on those Stummels and maybe open up some opportunities there. It's turn 4 shooting.
Turn 4 shooting, so let's go keep the infantry, the artillery since it's in.
Right, so first gun.
Nope.
Second gun.
Nope, we'll get rid of these dice.
HQ.
Yes.
And then Panther.
No.
Right, so the HQ, a 3 and a 3, so he's okay.
Right. These 2 here, I'm going to take shots. I think it's going to be long range at the guy. Or just at the unit. Everything's at long range, so there's no point in. 16. Yeah.
You'd be better shooting this platoon first because
they could potentially shoot the infantry if they survive.
Potentially, but also you've only got 2 tanks that are potential targets.
Oh, right, if I get rid of those, yeah, you're
just
right
imagine you
enough.
kill 2 of them.
Yeah, shoot it. So these 2 can shoot.
Right, so you've got 2 Fireflies at short range and then 2...
Right. So the 2 Fireflies at short range.
Right.
A 4 and a 5.
So that's going to be 1 hit. And then 2 76s at long range.
6 and a 3.
That'll be a hit as well. So the Fireflies have got to be kind of over here, so you want that one, and that one for your Firefly. I'll do that one because he's short range.
Yeah.
That's the one you were targeting at short range. Right, and then who do you want the 76 on?
Put that one there.
That one there, right, okay. Well, I'll try and stay target the short range one, right? And I'll stick it on that guy, right? So 76, you'll be 12 against my...
Yeah, 76 is 12.
Against my 10 or 6. That could have came in handy for the anti-tank 15. So here I'll be 10 against your 15. No. So 5 power.
A 5.
Here's a corner.
And then the other 2 guns here.
Right, 76s. Target him because he's in short range of them, and you kill him to your advantage.
4 shots in because he never moved. Hitting you on.
60s.
No. And then the guys at the side.
Alright, so we've got these little interlopers if I can get on camera. So they're going to be shooting me. If you hit me, it's on the side, and you'll be looking for 6s.
Nope.
But that's the way to do it.
Right, so that's the tank shot. Machine guns.
Right, then shooting up here, looking for 6s because I'll be on the ground.
So the first 3, no. Second 3, 1, and then the final one, 2 hits.
Who do you want to hit?
And him. No, I can't do better range.
Must be.
I think they'll be outside 16.
One in the field, one in the road. They're okay.
Okay.
Now, these all move, you might as well fire because you lost to go on the ground. So you've got 1, 2. Right, you can have 4 dice for the ones that were stationary, 2 dice for the move, so 6 dice plus the Piet. So do the Piet separate.
I'll do the Piet with dark green. Piet's the dark green. Now
there's 2 platoons. One is starting to move into here, another one's here.
So they're hitting on.
They're all hitting. They're hitting on 5s.
And these guys hitting on 6s. These will hit you on 5s. They're both from bulletproof cover anyway, so hit you on 5s. And 1 with a Piet.
Right. I roll a 3, so I'm okay.
Oh, these guys.
All right. Armour cars going for that tank guns. So 2 main guns and 3 MGs.
So 3 MGs and 2 main guns.
Looking for 5s.
For 5s, so I've got 2 MGs and 1 main gun.
Right. Who do you want the double up on?
Double up on the guy at the front.
I think I'll try and stay in target actually, and I don't. Right, so the main gun for the guy in the front is a 2 and the MG is a 4 and the other MG is a 3. So 1 main gun fail, so
a 3?
No.
Right, and it's the artillery then on top of that.
Aye, you did that.
Did that, right. I think that's it then, nothing else. They've moved.
Shoot and scoot.
Do you want guys? To? Well, let's see if they can first of all. 5 they can. Because you're going to put a lot of fire back my way.
You won't get out of my range, but you could get out of line of sight. As it is just now, I'm a wee bit obscured. One of my tanks is anyway.
So if I come back here, and you're saying if I do, it's just good. If I say it's just a gunfight, isn't it?
See, if you move away, you're going to have to move back.
Yeah, stay with that. I mean, the game's either going to finish or not. We're in a couple of dice rolls now.
So I've got to first of all unpin my HQ. And he does. And I've got a remount to do on my Stummel, and he doesn't. And the last stand, he stays.
Yikes.
And then on to movement. German turn for movement, and there's not a lot happening. I'm just going to keep moving infantry up to protect that front objective. It makes it really quite secure, but remember, I still have to find some way of kicking those infantry out of that building too. So it's just going to be shooting. Right, so I'll start with this platoon. I'll roll him separate because he's a wee bit restricted. And the other ones aren't. Everything's at short range if I target them. And then I'll roll him afterwards. He's going for this platoon. So that's a restricted guy, okay? 3 hits.
Your dice roll's been good today.
Right.
2 and 1.
So it'll be 1, 2, and 3.
So just shoot the unit then over here. Or you want to do another?
Right, so you can try mistaking target off one of the fireflies, whichever one you want.
6?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and then the ones at the back will be long range, so you can potentially save with them if you get a match with them, sorry.
Nope.
Right. And he's too close. So firepower on Firefly. And
everything's dead. Everything's dead.
And then I've got one more Panther shooting at long range against the platoon that's got 2 survivors in it and a miss. And then my pack 40s. One's at short range, one's at long. The short range is red shooting at that platoon. I get 1 hit at long range, so that'll be 8.
Yes.
Yep, 8 against 12.
No. Got 2.
It's a bail.
Bail.
Right, the infantry that didn't move 1, shooting at the infantry in that house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. So you've got 3 on the base, 1 each basically.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I want to do the Panzerfaust. Or the Panzerfaust, the paint separate. So we'll do the paint in black. Or the darker, and the others are just normal.
Right.
1 potential normal white.
He's fine. We're pinned.
Pinned down.
And then my Panthers will try a shoot and scoop. And they make it. And they're going, I've got to watch out for these guys on the flank. Turn 5. Your turn 5.
So this could end the game.
You've got to run. Why? That's right. Right, okay, so where do you want to start?
Start getting this guy back in.
Right, okay, so remount's over here.
A 3. I'll check that actually from the Sherman.
Normal Sherman's a 4.
Yeah, normally the Americans will get back in at that. But Sherman confident motivation's a 4, so he's still bailed.
Does the card, now the card says they've got like a 76mm, does it say they also got an approved? No, they're fearless.
They're fearless.
They're fearless, he gets back in.
Gets back in.
Let's not forget they're fearless. So he's back in.
He's back in. Yep.
So they're okay.
They're okay.
Last stand.
Last stand for him. 2.
Oh yeah, he legs it.
He legs it.
Fearless.
Fearless, what can we say? So,
I'm pinning.
Oh, what am I doing, sorry?
That's right, it's a 4. So they've unpinned.
They've unpinned.
So that's it. On to movement.
Now, the gamey thing we do is to move these and these out of cover, because if one dies, that's the game over.
Well, you're going to, that way you force me to come get you.
Yeah.
I've got to get you out of that house. British turn 5 movement is really all about getting ready for the assault. A couple of Shermans are moving up. Infantry in the house can launch an assault from where they are. The ones behind the house are moving out to potentially join in the assault depending on how defensive fire is looking. So turn 5
Turn 5 shooting. So basically my movement, was just that, but shooting is the main part.
Smoke goes in because you're a veteran. Right, so
have we got smoke?
Over there behind you, we'll just use 2. Right, it needs to be kind of like that. Right, so one will be there, another one just stick it there. So it's going to go across like that. It's not going to get you tank protection if they're needed, but they could still do direct fire smoke on the way in.
So that's that. So let's machine gun as much as I can first of all then.
Right, so they can shoot up into here. I will get the advantage of smoke, but that just means 6s because I did fire. So them shooting into this house.
So first one, not needing 6s?
5s.
5s.
Oh no, 6s.
1 hit. If it's 6s, 1 hit.
1 hit. 4, so it's okay. So that's 1 hit so far, because you'd like to pin them if at all possible.
1 hit so far.
So this platoon might as well use its moving rate of fire, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 needing 6s and 2 needing 7s because of like the P and everything.
Yeah, so in the 6, and there was no 5. No. Did you say 5s for the normal guys? 6s.
6s.
6s, that one they 1 hit.
1 hit, so that's 2 of them. Saves, right? So you really, oh wait a minute now, what platoon are you going for? There's 2 platoons. That's currently this platoon. 2 hits on this platoon.
I've got these guys that can try and hit these guys. See if I can take enough hits from that. And then these guys might have to split fire.
Well, he's too far away to see this platoon. Fire them first.
Yeah.
Do your 6 MG dice and then you can decide what you want to do with them. So, armour cars.
6s again, is it?
Yep, because it's on the ground.
Only 1.
1. Saved.
So then I've got to shoot the machine gun. I've got to shoot. Well, that's at a different platoon though, isn't it? Though?
Right. there's 2 there and 1 here.
Yeah. So 2 in that platoon and 1 in that platoon. So I'm not pinning them.
You might as well try and pin a platoon.
Yeah.
Just everybody fire them on
Fire that,
6s. So
yeah.
8 dice on 6s.
So the first 4, 1 hit. Second, 2 hits.
2 hits. Chance to kill 1.
5.
Right, so they're up to 3 now. 2 and 3. But I think you've run out of things to
shoot it.
Shoot. You've got your HQ down here looking to go out in a blaze of glory against. Oops, Daisy, that camera's going all wonky. There we go. So that's shooting at these. 4 dice on 6s.
No.
No.
6s is the killer. Against confident, it's just really hard. Right, so there's nothing pinned.
Okay, let me see. You're just going to have to.
Just have to take the hit.
I think you just have to go for it. It's either that or.
Nah, let's go for it.
As you say, just run away and hide.
Nothing happens for the game.
So I'll work out my defensive fire, right? So to reduce the overwhelming defensive fire, Brian put just 5 in, coming straight from the house, and it was still a bucket load of dice, still to 10 hits, 2 saves each. 2 of the bases died, the rest fell back into the house. So that ended a rather desperate assault. So it was the turn of the Shermans to have a go. 2 of them went in, 1 defensive faust missed, 1 of the Shermans killed the defending base. I managed to motivate, got my HQ there, it actually helped this turn, or at least I didn't fail to help. Then I counter-attacked, managed to destroy 1 Sherman, the survivor broke off. Over to me, so in terms of motivations, I don't have any.
But you're just standing there laughing at me. There's nothing being done at all.
German turn 5, the only movement is going to be the Panthers. 2 are going to turn their turrets, 2 are going to move, so I can try and knock out the Sherman HQ and bring the game to an end. In terms of shooting, I'll start with these. Turn 5, isn't it? Long range pack fortress against your nope. Mr. Surviving Sherman. This lot over here shooting at the HQ over there. So it's 2, 4, 6. No hits. Right, and then
We are salty.
I can't go and get him, or that'll bring in defensive fire, right? So I'm going to clobber him as much as I can.
And he's going to be out of range because of the smoke. And he won't be able to get defensive by them because the other side of that smoke.
Yep.
So you're safe. So you could clobber him then if you wanted to.
No, he's.
Oh, because he come through the smoke.
I would be in the open.
Right enough.
So aye.
Yeah, you can get more in. Come on, you can get.
My second in command is going to.
There's some side down there.
He's joining in. Right, so your defensive fire is going to be these 2. You're not pinned, so I'll be 4 dice looking for 5s because of the smoke.
1 hit.
A 5, so I'm okay. So that guy's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's a goner.
Ouch.
And then you have to motivate with the survivor.
3.
And you make it. So you can come running in.
Death for glory.
Right, clobber me.
Oops. 4. You still see that? Sorry.
Right, so you killed 1. I've now got to motivate to stay in the fight and run away.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right, so 1's dead. But I can't, just as you had to go in for this, I've got to go in for this one. This platoon's unaffected. Right, and then you can consolidate back into that building. Turn 6. and it's over to you now.
So, this is the killer, because this will end the game if this guy runs.
Right, so last stand for that Sherman there.
A 3.
He's staying.
Oh, he's fearless. He's staying.
And then try and unpin.
A 3.
No.
Don't think he'll do it. No, so he's pinned down.
And then last stand for him 2.
2, so he's away.
So he likes it.
He's away.
This is turn 6, so you have to be within 8 inches of an objective. So you've got, he's within 8, he's got to stay there, or they'll go 2.
Yeah.
So he's got to stay in the danger zone, but he doesn't have to stay in line of sight.
Yeah. So I'm going to just move on.
Yep, and then you can machine gun there. And then your HQ, are they going to stay put and shoot at?
They're going to have to. I mean, I know it's hard to kill you, but...
Oh, I keep doing that, sorry folks. Doesn't like it when I do that. Right, basically shooting at them. Right, so your artillery...
My artillery is probably going to go for those guns again. Well...
You have to range in again.
Yeah, probably ranging in the guns, probably, because it's...
If you go here, you'll get a Panther and gun. So artillery 3 ranges in second attempt.
Second attempt.
So 2 guns. First one
closest to me. 2, no, another one. There's a 1, no.
And then
terrible dice rolls.
Panther.
Oh, God.
What'd you get?
Called
1.
Gosh, right. These, I must have brought the wrong dice.
This guy, MGs?
Yeah.
4 dice.
4. Let's call this trays a bit. Okay. 1 hit.
Right, 1 hit.
Because they hit on. They moved.
Aye. Mm-hmm.
But I said with hit you on 4s anyway, you're confident.
Right, I'm going to try and put it in the guy who didn't assault. The guy that's in bulletproof cover. Do I make it? I don't. So, do I make my save? I do. Right, they can have a go.
Yeah, they can. So,
This is, sorry folks, the armoured cars.
probably machine guns from both. Let's see what they've got.
Shooting here. I'll be 3 each.
3 each, right. From the big gun, well, from the bigger machine. 5, 5, 4.
2. 3, sorry.
And
another one.
4, so that's 4 in total.
Right, so you're going to put 1, 2, right, you're going to put 2 on someone who's not in bulletproof. I'm going to try and mistake the target, and I do. So, it's going to be 1, 1, 2.
Okie doke.
1, 1. 1 fail for the guy in bulletproof cover.
2, no. Artillery range down to nothing.
So your HQ.
HQ them.
So the HQ 4 dice down against these Panthers down here.
4, 4, 3, 5.
6 is needed. Do you want to try mistake? Do you want to try shooting skill with them?
Nah, you know what? They're going to end the game here. Just take me out.
Right. Okay, so my turn 6. Unpinning to do first of all. They don't get a reroll, and they don't unpin. The HQ unpins, and that's it. So they'll try and dig in. And they German turn 6 movement. The platoon that didn't assault last turn are moving up in a position to assault the Sherman behind the house this turn. And a very brief turn otherwise folks, because no hits from shooting, but I managed to get the assault in against the Sherman behind the house and killed it with a Faust, breaking Brian's formation. That all just fell to bits, Brian, when you
these crocs.
Rubbish dice rolls.
I've rolled nothing, 1s and 2s and highest 3s all game. Rubbish dice rolls. I need to go.
Because there's not much else you can do with crocs other than move them up.
And you've got to go for them.
And take the pain.
Yeah.
And the fact that you roll, what was it, a 1, a 2 and a 3 out of 3 hits.
That the dime.
But it was also because I moved up into short range.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
And that made, because if that had been a long range, you'd have just been looking at 1 and a potential bail and a save. So that's why I moved up to short range. Also made it easier to hit you.
It's a very small list. It's a very small list. I mean, there's only 3 units in the core. It's paper thin. Firefly is great, but you know what? Because they're so vulnerable in the front, They're probably more a sniping tank
Mm-hmm.
rather than an attacking tank. I'm using this force to attack, and I don't know if I can attack with these, because front armor 6 is really poor to attack with.
Mm-hmm.
If he was sitting there just sniping away and defending, and
if somebody pops like a Pack 40 ambush against them at short range in the open, the chances are they're goners.
Mm-hmm. Front armor 7 makes a little bit of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
The 12s, okay, but again, fearless that they ran. Is it worthwhile putting that on?
What do I think?
I don't know, because it makes the list very small. I mean, I could have just made, one of the units upgraded, and with the spare points, rather than having that, have 3.
I think this is
a
formation card, so you'd have to have them all upgraded.
No, you can pick which ones you want to upgrade to the 76.
Oh, I see what you mean, right?
Individually, yeah.
Right.
And I could have maybe brought in 3 Stuarts, which just had another unit in the formation, but
having another unit is handy.
But I like the idea of them all being upgraded.
That's what it's all about, I suppose. You know what? Probably the unpalatable thing to do here is
get rid of those.
Get rid of the Crocs. That would free up a lot of points and could potentially bring in other supporting things that might help. For instance, I don't know, other kind of tanks, M10s or maybe even Averies or things like that. For flamethrowers, you can maybe just use Wasps.
You can't. Nah, they're on the part of the formation if you bring in there.
Right.
But again, to be honest with you, to me they're a tank with the option to flame, because they've still got a good gun. Front armor 11, they're a good tank.
If I didn't have 5
Panthers, if I was playing against your Panzer 4s and Stooks, I would have had a much better game.
I'd have been going, how the hell am I going to deal with them? So maybe it just wasn't a great matchup because I turned up on turn 1 with Panthers and you then failed a load of saves. It could have been a totally different game.
And it's just so hard to kill dug-in, confident veteran infantry. You can't do it, can you? It's just
even with flamethrowers, it's hard because you still got to get 6s if they stay on the ground.
It's really hard to get in there and kill anything. But I just wanted to try that wee list because I'd seen that card and I tried that card once, but I forgot it was formation because I was looking to bring it as one support unit. You can't do that. So let's try that card on that and see what a fearless tank.
Don't get up in it yet because this game went south partly because of one turn of bad saves. You could have survived that and then come flaming in, and who knows what damage you could have done. And those infantry coming in when they did, it might have been a quite different outcome.
I mean, I'm just putting these guys so far forward, but you've got to go for it. It's fortune favours the brave.
You missed and I hit. What can you do?
At least I killed some Stummels.
Stummels got a hammer in. That's what should happen to Stummels. I know a lot of people think of them as tanks, but they've got no armour and they're only anti-tank 9, which isn't great.
So basically with the dynamic points, what it allowed me to do, I think it took a point off of each of the tanks, which then allowed me to bring in the 3 points spare for that. Yeah. So there wasn't a huge difference in the dynamic points value. There's no infantry. It didn't affect infantry at all. It didn't affect these at all. The only thing it affected was the Shermans.
You know what you would have been better doing with the scouts? I know you were standing and shooting these, but I've got a 3-up saving, so you would have been better moving and then
coming in.
Yep. Getting in the side. Yeah. And then you might break off in the assault, but if you get in and hit me, then I'm a goner. You might capture the other one and break off. So in that situation, they could have.
Yeah, I keep forgetting these guys have gone to the ground even when they're moving, isn't it? Because the scout.
Yeah, it keeps them safe, but more importantly, if you can get up, you'd be 2 turns, you could be in an assault. And if you consider what that would be potentially compared to 2 turns of shooting with your firepower of 4 and 6 or something like that.
Squat,
But anyway,
it's a nice wee list. Apologies, focus not painting. I'm just trying out different things to see what I'm going to paint up for the Scottish Nationals.
I think keep with it. Try it again. Try it against a different kind of list, and you might find a totally different result.
I'd like to try that against Panzer 4s or anything without Panthers or King Tigers or.
Yeah, King Tigers is going to be the problem.
Yeah.
but also just the fact it came on in turn 1.
Yeah. Because, yeah, you rushed for that objective. That was good.
Right, but anyway, folks, there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that, seeing very much different list from Brian, and then seeing 5 Panthers on the table with good old D-Day Grenadiers in the mix. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to the channel, and if you'd like to do so and hit the bell button, that means we'll definitely see you all on the next one. Cheers, Brian.
Thanks, Em. Take care.
In recent weeks, I